We're here inside the Mayweather Boxing Club. Jay Leon Love, fresh off his victory, was it been a week and a half ago now, up in Verona, New York. First of all, Jay Leon, congrats. Overall impressions of that performance?
You know, it was a good performance. I had a tough guy who wasn't going to lay down, you know what I mean? He kind of went in survival mode, so it was hard to get him up out of there. Eventually we did, but it was a tough guy, and I needed that.
Yeah, were you shocked that, I mean, you know, that his resilience and his ability to stay in there despite everything you threw at him for basically the entire fight?
Nah, man, you got to know these fighters don't want to lose and they don't want to quit. You know what I mean? As a fighter, you know, if I was on that end, I know I'm gonna give it my all. You know what I mean? So, you know, you can never be really. You can never underestimate anybody and how much they can take. You know what I mean? Sometimes you may need the refs or a corner to come in and stop them because you never know how much punishment these guys will take. But you know what I mean? He tried, and you know, I definitely give him respect for trying and getting in there and giving it his all. So.
Now you dominated the first 3 rounds, dropped him in the third. What? The only negative would be, I guess, the fourth and the fifth. What happened there? Did you take a couple rounds off, or it seemed like you had him on the ropes and then you kind of let him back in a little bit for those 2 rounds at least?
I had got cut through to a headbutt, so you know what I'm saying? The blood was going in my eye and I really couldn't see. You know what I mean? I guess you got to be in my shoes and understand what I'm going through. But then at time, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to sit in the pocket with him. You know, these are strong guys. You know, I didn't want to sit in the pocket not being able to see. You know what I mean? And so I had to be smart and just start boxing for a minute. And then when I was able to get my vision to where I needed, I stepped it up and got him out of there.
Did you get a little nervous when you get cut because you're dominating a fight, but you know if the cut gets bad enough, obviously a fight can get stopped and you can lose. So did that worry you at all?
No, I just knew I needed to step it up. You know what I mean? You know, I knew don't worry about the cut, just go out there. You know, that's why I have a good cut man, Bob Ware. You know, I have a good cornerman that knows what they're doing and give me the right instructions. And I just knew, step it up, step it up. You know what I mean? Because, you know, even though it is a cut, it may be bad. I don't know how bad it is until I'm told or I can see it. You know what I mean? So I just knew I got to go in there and do what I had to do.
So after you got cut, what did your corner say to you? Did they tell you it was that bad or anything to worry about?
No, he told me, you know, we okay. Come on, let's, you know, don't worry about the cut. Let's keep it going. Let's, you know, get back to touching them with the jab and press the action, turn it up. And that's what we did.
A little off topic, but did you lose a bet to Ladarius Memphis Miller there? What was up with the Memphis shorts?
Man, Dre, who does our shorts, Hobbit, you know, was on his way driving from New York to Verona, and something happened with his vehicle. And so we was like stuck, and I'm like, okay, he was like, I'm like 30 minutes out. But you know what I'm saying? I guess he was waiting on whatever car people to come and help him out. And I was like, okay, well, Cuba and them is fighting right now, so it should, you know, 30 minutes you should be here. So we just kind of waited and waited and waited. And I'm like, damn, okay. It's an hour that went by. I'm like, yo, I didn't bring an extra, you know, any extra. So I said, yo, Memphis, give me your shorts. We taped the back, you know what I mean? And just threw them on and went out there with what we had. So well, it didn't really matter. I would have boxed in my underwear.
Well, they didn't keep the tape on there because I saw the Memphis on.
Eventually the tape came off. But like the first 5 or 6 rounds, the tape was on. So. You know, being Memphis, we a family, man. It was no problem. He let me use the shorts. Well, and then he had a victory on the shorts, so I knew that I'd get the victory with it.
Well, I'm sure being his pro debut on that same card and get the victory, I'm sure he appreciated the plug in the main event from you anyway.
I appreciate Memphis for that. By the way, we call him Memphis, but Ladarius Miller, you know what I mean? Without him, man, I wouldn't have had no shorts today. So.
Then also, let me ask you a little downside. The fight before you, Bobby Jack suffered a defeat. You share trainer, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. How difficult is that for him, first of all, to go from one fight to another that quickly, especially when you have a negative result? Does that affect you in any way?
You know what? It definitely, he's a veteran trainer. You know what I mean? And, you know, it affects all of us to see one of our guys go down, and, you know what I'm saying, to take an L. It affects all of us because, you know what I'm saying, we perform together, we train together, we all care about each other, no matter what, you know what I mean, we're same weight class or not. You know, so being that, you don't ever want to see one of your guys lose, but being the veteran trainer that we knew we had to put that behind us during the moment and get out there and take care of business because we still have a job to do. And so, you know, our main focus was just going out there and getting our victory. Okay, we had an upset. Let's go out there and take the momentum and get it back.
And then as you as a fighter, is that when you see, I don't know, did you see the fight at all?
Badu's fight?
Yeah.
I didn't see it until after the fight.
But, well, obviously you heard about it, so does that kind of show you, or put something in your head that you need to be careful no matter who you're fighting?
Man, this is boxing.
How much you're
This is boxing. It's not even about who you fighting. It's not about none of that. It's just about being aware and knowing this is boxing. It's not basketball. It's no timeouts. It's no substitutions. Listen, you get hit clean or get hit the right way, it can be game over ASAP. You know what I mean? No matter who you are. It's just our job to keep our game tight to where we can avoid those situations. But this is boxing.
All right, well, you coming back, you've won your last 2 fights, finished both your opponents off. Where's Jay Leon Love at? You ready to step up the competition now, get back to that, or where are you looking for next?
No doubt. I know that we'll be on May 3rd, pay-per-view opener against Marco Periban. So that's another step up in a good fight for me. And we getting back into it. We only take a week off. We've been in so much good condition and shape. So we right back to work. It doesn't stop.
So we spoke about Badu. Obviously, he fought him not too long ago. So you're looking to feed off of him and his knowledge for his fight with Periban?
You know what? I sat and watched the fight. I was there in attendance, and it was a very good fight from both fighters. I think Badu had the edge, but just start off winning, start off fast, and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Start off, and I'm a different type of fighter than Badu. So I'm more slick, I'm more skillful. So you know what I mean? It'll definitely be a different fight, and I'm confident in my ability, and it should be a good night of boxing.
And last thing, your fight obviously was stopped. Your opponent wasn't happy. He felt he could have finished. Kind of similar to Canelo and Angulo this weekend.
Yeah.
Angulo didn't agree with the stoppage. What are your thoughts as a competitor? If you're in that situation yourself, do you agree where they stopped to maybe protect you from yourself, or do you want them to let you go until?
Well, I can stand in the middle on both sides and understand both sides. All right, being that I grew up watching old school fighters, the old school fights, where guys was damn near fighting with no eye in it. You know what I'm saying? So, and the fights continue. So to see these stops being stopped, not really championship fights. These are championship fights, or these just big fights. Period. I can kind of see where Angulo was taking a lot of punishment, unnecessary shots. You know what I mean? He was definitely, coming and trying to press the action, but he was taking some big shots. And you know what I mean? Being that we just had some current deaths in the game, I can see why it is, as people are so quick to stop a fight. And why take unnecessary punishment like that? You can, whatever the outcome, just build back stronger and be healthy. And you got family, kids, or whatever it is. I want to be able to talk to my kids and understand them, and they understand me. So why take some unnecessary beating? So I can kind of understand both ways. And
then Virgil Hunter is great trainer. He has caught a little bit of heat for letting it go on as far as it did. Do you think it's more on the corner to look out for the best interest?
You gotta know your fighter. You know what I mean? And if I was a trainer, I don't want to see my fighter get his brains bashed in. You know what I mean? And I would care more, put my feelings more on the line, being that that's my fighter. You know what I mean? But then you got an opportunity. Angulo, it didn't seem like he was going to land that big punch, but you got trainers that's thinking, okay, he's still in it. He can still land a big shot. You know what I mean? So, they're hoping for that, but it's kind of hard to, to balance the two. So either you're going to let the fight go on or you're going to stop it, whatever the case. But, I guess, that's the backlash you get for being a referee and a trainer. So you just never really know.
All right, Jalen, I appreciate it. We'll see you May 3rd on the Floyd Mayweather Marcos Maidana card. Best luck to you. Congratulations on your win.
Appreciate it. Thank you.